Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking a blast to the past as we talk about the classic film that made us howl, Teen Wolf from 1985. Join us as we delve into the nostalgia and relive the epic moments. Let's get started. Spoiler alert. While I might give you my opinion on the film, this is not a substitute for watching it for yourself. Links to the film are in the description. Scott Howard, a 17-year-old high school student, is tired of just being average. Living in a small town in Nebraska, his only claim to popularity is playing for the Beavers, his school's unsuccessful basketball team. Scott fawns after Pamela Wells, even though she is dating his rival Mick, who plays for the Dragons, an opposing team that bullies him on the court. Completely oblivious to the affections of his best friend Boof, Scott constantly rebuffs her advances due to their history together. After startling changes, such as long hair suddenly sprouting on his hands, he decides to quit the team. But his coach, Finstock, changes his mind. Scoring a keg with his friend Styles for a party, Scott and Boof end up alone in a closet, and Scott gets rough when they begin making out, accidentally clawing her back. When he returns home, he undergoes a strange transformation, discovering he is a werewolf. His father, Harold, reveals he is one too, and that he had hoped Scott would not inherit the curse because sometimes it skips a generation. Scott reveals his secret to Styles, who agrees to keep it a secret. But when Scott becomes stressed on the court, he becomes the wolf and helps win their first game in 3 years. This has an unexpected result of fame and popularity as the high school is overwhelmed with wolf fever. Scott is alienated from Boof and his teammates as he begins to hog the ball during games. Styles merchandises Teen Wolf paraphernalia, and Pamela finally begins paying attention to Scott. After he gets a role as a werewolf cavalryman in the school play alongside her, she comes onto him in the dressing room and they have sex. Later, after a date set up to make Mick jealous, Pamela tells Scott that she is not interested in him as a boyfriend, much to his disappointment. Harold tells Scott he is responsible for Vice Principal Rusty Thorne breathing down his neck due to a scare he had given him when he was in high school. He advises Scott to be himself. Boof agrees to go with Scott to the upcoming spring dance, but only if he goes as himself. Scott goes alone as the wolf instead. She takes him into the hallway and they kiss, which turns Scott back into himself. When they return to the dance, Scott garners everyone's attention, including Pamela. A jealous Mick punches him in the face, then proceeds to insult Boof and taunt Scott until the wolf angrily attacks. Scott runs out of the hall right into Thorne, who threatens expulsion. Harold defends his son before going on to intimidate Thorne by growling in his face, causing the vice principal to wet himself. Scott renounces using the wolf and quits the basketball team. During the championship game, he arrives to rally his teammates to play without the wolf. Despite the odds, the team begins to work together and they make ground against the Dragons. During the final quarter, behind by 1 point, Scott is fouled by Mick at the buzzer. He makes both free throws, winning the championship. Brushing past Pamela, he kisses Boof as his father embraces them both. Mick tells Pamela that they should leave, but she tells him to drop dead and storms off while everyone else celebrates the victory. If you like this video, here are some other videos for you to check out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more like this one. Comment on what should we watch next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!